Hi, welcome back or welcome to my channel if you're new. My name is Laura. Hi, hello, welcome. Today is my No Pan Left Behind update. I have quite an exciting update, I think. I met my goal on quite a few things. I really didn't bring much into my collection. We don't really talk about what has come into my collection in these videos. If you are interested in that, I would recommend going and checking out my iBank series, so I'll have that tagged somewhere. But this is the No Pan Left Behind update, and this is all of my progress and usage that is from the month of November. So last month, this is everything I used. Well, not everything. These are the items that I actually hit my No Pan Left Behind, my next focus. I'm actually filming this video on December 2nd, so I have a lot of things in front of me for goals and everything like that. So I kind of want to change how I'm doing the video yet again. I feel like these No Pan Left Behind videos change every single time. Mostly I just fly by the seat of my pants. So there's that. First and foremost, we're just gonna really briefly overview like things that happened in November. November is my birthday month, so my birthday falls in the very beginning of November, so I just treat the whole month like it's my own birthday. So I tend to bring a lot of eyeshadows into my collection in November, and I am actually very surprised I didn't. Again, go check out my iBank video if you're really curious on what's come into my collection, but I had a handful of Clionadh eyeshadows come into my collection, as well as I purchased one palette. Purchased this guy, the Moon Dust Space Rider palette by Urban Decay. This was my only palette purchase in the month, and that is very unlike me normally. Normally I buy a handful of palettes, just like, I'm like, treat yourself, like you deserve it, and then Black Friday falls in it, so I'm like, oh my gosh, double the fun. And then, yeah, I go a little hog wild in previous years for purchasing eyeshadows, and this was the only one that I brought in, and I'm really proud of that. Then I think I finished one eyeshadow in the month, so my numbers have definitely changed for how many pans of eyeshadow are in my collection. And actually, as of today, I've put a couple blue eyeshadows on over the past couple days, and I have things that I want to declutter at the end of the year, so I'm excited to have touched enough of my shades where I'm like, okay, I know there's at least 2 eyeshadows that I'm okay with parting with before 2024, and I'm excited about that. These were all of like the focus palettes that I wanted to focus on over the course of November. I did hit my goal on over half of these palettes, so that's always really exciting. So I did end up actually No Pan Left Behinding 4 out of the 6 palettes here. So to me, that is huge. That is an incredibly giant accomplishment, and I have quite a few palettes for December that only have a couple shades until I've used all of them, and that makes me so excited. I'm really on the final stretch now. Starting with the palettes that have been in the rotation for a few months now. There are things that have been in, I think, for 3 or 4 months, and I was struggling reaching for them. And one of them is kind of comical. I was struggling reaching for it, which is this. This is the Natasha Denona Mini Nude palette, and are we all thinking, man, Laura, this is the most easy color story to reach for? And I think that's my problem, is I wait to like pan or like use the things that I'm like, easy. I can easily get my use on this. And it's like honestly kind of challenging after when you wait so long and then you're like, oh my gosh, I have to use all these shades. I have a lot of bronzes I need to use in the next month. So maybe I'll bust out a red lip and just wear like bronze eyeshadow and like neutral looks with the red lip. But I ended up needing to use all of the shimmers in this palette, and I believe this shade here. And I ended up using all of the remaining shades in one look, and it took me until the very end of the month to do that. Another one that was on my desk for a few months, and I really was struggling just reaching for the last couple shades, and I'm kicking myself for waiting so long because I ended up using the remaining shades from my Heather Austin palette in looks throughout the course of the past month. I think I only had 2 shades that I had to use, and if my memory serves me correct, it's So Excited up here, and I want to say either Passport or 0603, I can't remember, but I definitely know I had to use So Excited, and this was such a pretty palette. So those were my 2 like lingering palettes that were in for quite a few, no, that's a lie. I had a couple other palettes that have been lingering for a few times. And there are palettes that I didn't meet my goal on, so we'll just talk about those real quick. So the first one is a palette I brought into my collection, I want to say in June, maybe. But it's the Ensley Rain Flower Moon palette. This is the Flower Moon palette. It is such a gorgeous, 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 gorgeous palette. And I struggle reaching for it, and I don't know why. I have mostly this like middle row of shades. I've used everything in the bottom row. I've used most of the stuff in the top row, except for maybe these two, I think technically I haven't reached for. Something like that. And then the majority of these greens. And I don't know why, because green is my favorite color of eyeshadow. And I don't know why, like in my brain, I'm like, save the best for last. Always, I'm like, save the best for last. Wear what you really don't like first. And I need to change that. So this is definitely still going to be a focus for December. Nothing screams December and Christmas like springtime tones. Then another one that was sitting on my desk for a while, and it definitely is an intimidating color story. And when I think of the palette, I think of all of the colors in the palette. I don't think of the neutrals that are in the palette. That is my Glamlite Ice Cream Dream palette. It is such a fun palette. I pulled it out because this is like the most birthday-ish kind of palette I have with like the sprinkles and everything. This screamed, use it for your birthday to me. So if you're unfamiliar, it is this behemoth of a palette. It is a 30 pan palette. So it's huge. There's a lot of shades in there. Lots and lots of shades. It doesn't even fit on camera right now. So I have 9 shades remaining to use in the month of December. I will say I have already reached for a couple of these shades. There's definitely a couple of these neutral tones that I still have to wear. These guys here, this guy here. I have to wear this too. So I have these three, I want to say it was like 6. These? Something like that. Then 2 palettes that are kind of like sister palettes, and I rolled them in because they were in my head. I can use them together. And they're 2 Natasha Denona palettes. They are the Retro and the Retro Glam palette, these guys here. So I have the Retro palette first, which is the mauve neutral kind of dreamy palette. This was perfect. This was very, very neutral. Every day I could grab it, wear it to work, just get a gorgeous all over, like very easy eye look. It's very cohesive, clearly. I was using the shade Rebellion, and man, it made my eyes water, and it wasn't until I put this shade on. So I am going to have to, unfortunately, probably scrape this out and put a different shade in there. Then the other Natasha Denona palette that we ended up finishing my No Pan Left Behind was the Retro Glam palette. And it's kind of like, in my head, a sister palette. It has tones in a similar color story with these guys, and I would say even these 2 deeper shades kind of fit the vibe of the Retro palette. But you have the added addition of like these sagey, minty kind of shades, those like kind of just muted down greens, and I just loved this. I've hit my goal, No Pan Left Behind, on the majority of my collection. I still have quite a few things that I still need to touch, and that's really the goal for December. It's just, let's tie up all the loose ends. I just kind of want to recap everything that I need to touch still, and it's a little daunting. So first and foremost, I filmed my BYOP for the beginning half of December, and I ended up throwing together this palette minus this shade is in a different palette we're going to talk about in a second. And I needed to use every single shade in this, and I'm so close to doing that at this point. I need to use Radiance up here, Trinket down here, and then I do actually need to use the shade in here, which is in a different palette that we'll talk about in a second. So those are the only 3 pans of eyeshadow left in this BYOP that I need to use. So that is and Good God up here. But that is very, very few eyeshadows in the grand scheme of things in here that I still need to use. So that makes me really excited. But that shouldn't make me that excited because I still have 2 other smaller palettes here that have single eyeshadows that I still need to use. The first one is the matching sister palette to the other ABH one. These have way too strong of magnets. But these are, minus this, these are all of the shades that I still need to use in my round singles. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. I need to use 11 singles in this palette before I can completely no pan left behind my giant storage singles palette. Not that many single eyeshadows, round single eyeshadows to use. Now, I say not that many round singles, but because we have so many Clionadh shades to use still. These are all of the remaining Clionadh shades that I have purchased throughout this year. So these have all come into my collection this year. So I'm not super concerned if I don't touch all of them because they've come into my collection within like the past 3 months. So really, in the grand scheme of things, it's not the end of the world if I don't touch these ones, but I really want to. Hopefully I can do it before the end of the year, because that's not all. That's not all, guys. I have all the palettes left that I have to no pan left behind. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 palettes here that technically still need no pan left behind, plus the other 2 that we've already talked about. So all in all, I have 8 palettes of eyeshadow that still need to be no pan left behinded. So we're going to kind of talk about my Natasha Denona's first, because all 3 of these palettes, all of Natasha Denona's palettes except for her minis, are like the pans are removable. So instead of keeping all 3 of these out, I've actually taken all of the shades out and put them into this palette so I can clearly and concisely see what shades I still need to use. The first one is this very grubby, I've just touched this so much, 𝙠𝙨 palette, but you can see we have quite a few shades missing from that palette. So those are all the shades that we still have to touch. Then my Natasha Denona gold palette, I have 3 eyeshadows I still need to use in this palette. This brass shade here, what are you, Kava maybe, and Varus, so very neutral eyeshadows, plus that really fun shade that's similar to that but flakier. And then surprisingly, the shades that are left in my Natasha Denona purple blue palette are very, very wearable, work appropriate shades. Now I will say I have a lot more shades out of here than I actually need to use in December because I've already reached for them or they're in this palette. All of these shades in this palette will be really nice to pair my Clionadh shades on top of too. So that's another thing that I'm kind of excited about. So these first 3 are from the purple blue. These 3 are from the gold. And then all of these smaller pans are from the 𝙠𝙨. But when I look at this and I opened this up, I was like, man, this is just like a neutral, honestly kind of a neutral dreamy color story to me. Like this is really, really beautiful in my opinion, like very muted down, very just like earthy, really makes me think of New Mexico. Then I have my other remaining like little singles thing is going to be my Fantasy Cosmetica Lost Library collection. These are all really fun, really holographic pressed eyeshadows. Then finally, we have 3 palettes that I'm going to need to really try to use. This is going to be the biggest stretch of the palette. This is my Unearthly Cosmetics All I Ever Wanted palette. And to me, I'm not super concerned about meeting the goal for no pan left behind on this one because I say that, but I know, I am concerned about it still. But I did reach for this a lot when I first got this palette. I actually brought this into my collection last year, September, October timeframe, and I took this traveling with me. Josh and I ended up going to Las Vegas in October for a concert that got canceled, and I brought this with me and got a ton of use out of it there. I used like every single shade on our week trip there. I brought this in the sister palette, the All I Ever Wanted Volume 2. And I got a ton of use out of this, so I'm not really concerned if I don't meet the goal. I mean, I would obviously love to meet the goal, but I need to use quite a few shades in this palette. I'm the most nervous about this one. This is the one that I have a hard time reaching for the most, honestly. Then something that I'm so close to actually meeting the goal, and if I had one more day in November, I would have just thrown this on and been like, yep, good, great. The Nabla Dreamy 2 palette. I have 3 more shades in this palette before I meet my no pan left behind goal. It's going to be this shade here, which is not the shade Rem. I actually took the shade Rem out and put Glass Bowl from ColourPop in. And then these 2 shades, Mirabilia and what is that, Offline? Yeah. Those two and this guy are the only ones I need to use in this palette. I do also have to use the Moon Dust palette. I have not used any of these shades yet, and I've been waiting to dive into these in December. I feel like these are going to be perfect neutral shades to wear in December for just super glossy, like that wet snow with like the sparkle reflecting off of it kind of look, especially like to the office. Super, super easy to just throw on for work, throw on a crease shade, head out the door if I'm running late. I have so many eyeshadows on my desk. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it. Editing Me is gonna have the total number of eyeshadows remaining that I need to use up on the screen there. Depending on what that number is, do you guys think that I'm gonna make it? I don't know right now. I have hopes that I totally can make it, but I gotta change the way that I'm doing my makeup a little bit. So I tend to want to let an eyeshadow shine in its entirety, and I feel like to get really maximize and hit the goals that I want to hit, which is using every shade, I really need to do what I did like today, which is just layer everything on top of each other. I layered, honestly, everything, every color you see on my eye has two shades to correspond with it. I have two like transition, like I have a crease shade and a transition shade. I have a blue, and then I topped it with the blue, and then I topped that with another blue over here. And then here I used a metallic, and then I topped a Clionadh shade on it. So there's like there might be like 10 different eyeshadows in this eye look today, and that is not like my norm. I am someone that uses a lot of eyeshadows in a look, but I typically, my sweet spot is at 6 or 7 eyeshadows. That's typically how many eyeshadows I use in a look, and I'm like, cool, that's like, I feel really put together. This, albeit this is a very beautiful look, and it's very, very wintry, this is not a look that I like. This is not the way that I typically do eyeshadows. I don't layer every single shimmer up, but I mean, it's gorgeous. It's challenging. It's just definitely challenging for me. So let me know in the comments below if you think that I'm going to make it this year. Let me know if you are doing a no pan left behind. Maybe you're not being as bananas as I am, and you're focusing on like a handful of palettes to no pan left behind. I would love to know if you are doing something similar to this. I am definitely going to be doing something similar to this next year in hopes to really just understand and see what I gravitate towards. I hope you guys are staying healthy, sane, and safe no matter where you are, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye!